Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitaamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. Oh, Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters, O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudevasutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and today we will be starting the 9th Adhyaya, and this is a very interesting Adhyaya known as Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yoga. Rajavidya is the sovereign knowledge, the kingly knowledge, and Rajaguhya, the sovereign secret, the kingly secret of the highest order, regarding knowledge and secret pertaining to the ultimate realization. And that is what Sri Krishna is going to tell us in this 9th Shloka, 9th Adhyaya. The 8th Adhyaya we read of Akshara Brahma Yoga. Sri Krishna has taken us along explaining to us the imperishable nature of the Brahman and how the yogis, they can attain to that, and those who cannot attain, what happens of such yogis. That also Sri Krishna told us, that they have to come back again and again and again till they attain that ultimate state of liberation, of moksha, of nirvana, of becoming one with that Paramadivya Purusha, becoming one with the Lord himself, and never ever get back into this cycle of birth and death. Don't again come back and restart, the miserable embodiment and the struggle for that. So Sri Krishna had told us in that Akshara Brahma Yoga also that what are the circumstances under which the Jivatmans, having left the yogi, they are born again. And Sri Krishna had told us about all that huge calculation that thanks to Sri Bal Gangadhar Tilak's astronomical calculations, whereby he had calculated, in fact, in terms of our earthly years, about that the time frame of the Brahmaloka. And Sri Krishna said that the Jivatman who leaves the body, not getting liberated, who has to come back again, he dwells through various planes, and even if he moves in the highest plane of Brahmaloka, where one day of Brahma is 4.32 billion years and one night is 4.32 billion years, the day and night phases of the Brahma, there during the day, these Jivatmans, they once again manifest, they get embodied and get into this act of life and death and doing work, then doing tapasya, doing sadhana, but still at the last moment, at the prayana kali, at the antakali, if the mind is not dwelt upon me, the mind is not dwelt upon the Lord, the eternal truth, these Jivatmans, they may not go to lower planes like Patala, Mahatala, Rasatala, but maybe even if in Brahmalok, they have to come back again. And then Sri Krishna had also told us that these Jivatmans, they take up two paths while living the body of a yogi. If they are on the path of knowledge, if they are on the path of enlightenment, they are free. They don't come back. But if they are on the path of ignorance, if they are on the path of darkness, then they have to necessarily come back and restart the journey till they take up the path of light, path of knowledge, path of enlightenment, and reach the ultimate, not to come back again. So that was the Akshara Brahma Yoga, how the Jivatmans finally get merged in the imperishable Brahman. That was about what Sri Krishna taught us in the 8th Adhyaya. Now, in this 9th Adhyaya that we are going to read today, and towards the end of the 8th Adhyaya, Sri Krishna had said that those who take up this path of enlightenment while leaving the body, when Jivatma is leaving the body, they gain what others, they gain much more than what others would get otherwise from studying the Vedas, studying the scriptures. Vedeshu yadneshu tapasu chaiva daneshu yat punya phalam pradishtam. With all those meritorious acts, with all those sincere holy acts, whatever the doers of those acts are likely to get, these yogis who take up the path of enlightenment while leaving the body, their gain is far, far superior than these so-called the fruits of good actions. Because they leave the body in the frame of actionlessness. There is no action attached to those Jivatmans who are leaving the body on the path of enlightenment. So Sri Krishna had told that is what the yogis attain to when they follow the path of enlightenment while living the body. Atyeti tat sarvamidam viditva yogi param sthanam upaiti chadyam. They reach the ultimate goal. The paramasthanam, that ultimate abode, they come to me, not to come back again. Now let us see what Sri Krishna has to tell us further in this 9th Adhyaya of Rajavidya, Rajaguhya Yoga. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Idam tu te guhyatamam pravakshamyana suyave jnanam vijnana sahitam yajnatva mokshase shubhat. Now Sri Krishna is talking to Arjuna. Sri Bhagavan Vacha, the blessed Lord said, Idam tu te guhyatam. Idam tu is this indeed. Te, to you. I am telling this to you. Guhyatamam, the most secret of the truths. Guhyatamam. Guhya is secret. Guhya is confidential. This is not told otherwise to any XYZ, any Tom, Dick and Harry. This is for those select few. And that secret I am indeed going to tell you. Pravakshami anusuyave. Anusuyave is one who doesn't cavil, who doesn't complain unnecessarily. Sri Krishna is telling Arjuna, since you are of that nature, that you don't complain unnecessarily, you don't cavil, you don't carp, you don't crib. Therefore, I am going to tell you, I shall declare pravakshami, I shall declare you this ultimate secret. Jnanam vijnana sahitam yajnatva mokshase ashubhat. Jnanam vijnanam, jnana coupled with vijnana, the knowledge coupled with ultimate realization. Yajnatva, having known which. Yat jnatva, having known which. Mokshase ashubhat. Mokshase ashubhat. You will never get into any evil. It will free you from all the evil. It will free you from all the misery. It will free you from all the ashubha. Whatever is sorrowful, whatever is ill, whatever is evil, you will be free from that, hearing that great secret that I am going to tell you, because you don't cavil, you don't unnecessarily keep on complaining, you don't unnecessarily keep on cribbing, oh I don't have this, oh I don't have that. You are so very content with whatever I tell you. So that is the reason Sri Krishna is willing now to tell this great secret, which is Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam, the knowledge, this secret, this Guhyatamam. It is the knowledge coupled with realization. Now, he has already told us in the 7th chapter in the Jnana Vijnana Yoga about the knowledge and realization. But that knowledge and realization which Sri Krishna told at that point of time pertained to certain aspects which were not that secret. They could be proclaimed to one and all. They could be freely distributed. That was for free distribution. But this Jnana Vijnana Yuktam Sahitam, this Guhyatamam, this great secret he is going to tell about further about the knowledge and realization. There in that knowledge and realization, the 7th chapter that Sri Krishna told us, he spoke about among the millions and billions of people, maybe one or two will strive for perfection. Among those millions of strivers, those people who strive for perfection, hardly one or two actually attain the perfection. Actually, they get that ultimate realization, they reach me. That is the magnitude of this path of knowledge and realization. Thousands may get knowledge, but hardly one or two they strive for realization, for perfection. And among those millions of people who strive for perfection, hardly one or two actually get that ultimate realization, the Vijnana. And then Sri Krishna had spoken in that Jnana Vijnana Yoga about how these three gunas of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, they play havoc in the realm of the divine Maya and all those things pertaining to the lower level of knowledge, not that very secret. And he had also told us, he had touched a point about what is the ultimate realization, what is the ultimate Vijnana. Vijnana is to reach the Avyakta, to reach that which is not manifested, which is unmanifest, to be one with the imperishable, to be one with the Avyakta. And then Sri Krishna finally had in the 8th chapter had told us about the Akshara Brahma also. So here again Sri Krishna is going to tell this Jnana Vijnana. To you who do not cavil, to you who do not go on unnecessarily complaining and cribbing, I shall surely declare this. Guhyatamam, I shall surely declare this, the knowledge, profound knowledge, combined with realization, by knowing which you will be released from evil, you will be released from all the miseries and sorrows which normally this embodied Jivatman, the embodied person has to undergo. So, this is the Jnana Vijnana Sahitam Yajñatva, having known which, the Guhyatamam, that Sri Krishna is going to tell in this Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yoga. Mundane life itself is an evil. Mundane life is full of sorrows, miseries. We see that day in and day out, every moment. We go to seek pleasures and we end up in misery. We go to seek joy, we end up in getting sorrows. We go to seek happiness, we end up in unhappiness. So that is what mundane life is all about. And ignorance is the basis of this transitory life. It is all because of ignorance. We don't realize this is all play of Maya. This is all play of these three gunas of the Prakriti, which trap us in getting entangled into the three gunas. It is because of the ignorance that man embraces evil and suffers from its consequences. It is nothing but ignorance. Now, how to come out of it? That is what Sri Krishna is going to tell us. Mere intellectual knowledge of Atman would not free man from misery. Mere intellectual knowledge, mere theoretical knowledge is not going to help us. We may read Bhagavad Gita, we may read Upanishads, we may read Gospels, we may read so much about God, but unless and until we have the ultimate realization. You see, our association of this knowledge limits till the time we are engaged with it. The moment the book of Bhagavad Gita is out of our hands, it goes back into the bookshelf, we are once again back in this worldly life and seeking pleasures and happiness and joys and whatnot. But in reality, what we get? With pleasure we get pain, with joy we get sorrows, with happiness we get unhappiness, and that is how the life continues till the time we are bound by this ignorance. It requires to be combined with the realization, this theoretical knowledge we get, this intellectual knowledge that we get by reading, by listening to lectures, by listening to the great realized souls. We get this knowledge, but it is of no use till we get that ultimate realization ourselves. And that nobody can come and give us that realization, that we have to attempt, that we have to struggle, that we have to try for it. It requires that theoretical knowledge, the intellectual knowledge needs to be combined with realization, which is the real Brahma-jnana, the real Atma-jnana. Simply reading and quoting the scriptures is of no use unless until we realize the import of that. We realize the meaning of that. We actually come face to face with that ultimate Akshara Avyakta reality. The man of self-knowledge alone is free from evil and its outcome misery. It is only the man who gets this Atma-jnana, who gets this Brahma-jnana, he overcomes this phase of, for such a person, there is no misery because he has given up. She has given up the pairs of opposites. These great souls who have had the realization, who have experienced oneness with the Supreme, they don't get trapped in seeking pleasures. Since they don't seek pleasures, they don't get pain. Since they don't seek joys, they don't get sorrows. Since they don't seek happiness, they don't get unhappiness. That is the serene, blissful and the ultimate nature of these realized souls. Cavil is born of conceit and jealousy, which is cavil, the complaining nature, which is born of conceit and jealousy, is a rotten disease of the mind. Always we keep on, he has that, she has that, I don't have. But this complaining nature is only for the physical gains, not for the spiritual gains. We don't say, oh, that person has reached the ultimate, I have not reached. We don't say that. He is such a realized soul. How come I am not? Oh Lord. Do we ever complain to Lord like that? No. We only keep on complaining, I don't have this, I don't have that, as far as the physical, material things are concerned. This cavil, this complaining nature drops a person of divine disposition. Because we are always seeking material gains, we lose the chance of acquiring the divine nature. We lose the chance of acquiring the divine treasures because we are after these mundane materialistic gains. Now, Arjuna is no victim to this. He is all magnanimity and broad-mindedness. Now, Arjuna is a great devotee, in fact. Although here in the first adhyaya of Arjuna Vishad Yoga, he has behaved like an ordinary cribbing person, saying, I will not fight. In fact, Arjuna is of a great high caliber, and that Sri Krishna only knows. The good Guru knows how his Shishya behaves. And the good Guru knows what I should give to my beloved disciple. Having known these, superior qualities of Arjuna, having known that Arjuna is beyond all this simple cribbing, Krishna has volunteered himself to explain this top secret, this confidential truth, which is knowledge along with the ultimate realization. He is therefore eminently fit for it. Arjuna is therefore eminently fit for this most profound secret, the most profound knowledge, which is combined with realization. And that Sri Krishna is going to tell him, going to tell us, and going to show us the path of how to attain the ultimate goal, how to reach our ultimate goal. So that is the start of our 9th chapter of Rajavidya, Rajaguhya Yoga, the first shloka that we have read today. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swami.